Welcome to my presentation. I am Snigdha Bharadwaj, and as you can see on the screen, we are going to discuss about mucoadhesive drug delivery system, which is a part of novel drug delivery system. So, today we are going to cover some basic fundamentals of mucoadhesive drug delivery system. So, basically I will tell you the introduction part first. What are mucoadhesive delivery, or how it is different from the conventional one, right. In conventional forms, we generally take tablet, capsules, injections, gels, ointments, creams. So, how it is different from them, right. So, mucoadhesive, as name indicates, mucosal layer. Muco represent the mucosal membrane of the body, right. Adhesive means adhesion to the mucosal layer. So, now you can understand how it is named mucoadhesive. The preparation which you are making is adhesion, shows adhesion to the mucous membrane, so that it can stick to the mucous membrane or mucosal membrane, and dosage form is stick to the mucous membrane, and it can slowly release the drug from the formulation, right, to a target site. So, it has various advantages which I will tell you after these. So, mucoadhesive drug delivery system, or MDDS, represent a class of controlled drug delivery system. Okay. So, it comes under the controlled drug delivery system or novel drug delivery system, because it is utilizing this mechanism of adhesion to the mucous layer and releasing the drug gradually over the period of time. So, it involves the interaction of dosage form in any sort, patch, film, microspheres. Variety of formulation can be made using mucoadhesive polymers. So, it involves the interaction of dosage form within mucus layer, consists of mucus. Mucus layer, what is mucus basically? It consists mucosal epithelial surface and mucin molecules, mucin, right. So, it causing the increased residence time, as I have told you, it stick to the mucous membrane and for prolonged time, and it will release the drug slowly. Residence time of dosage form and at absorption site in order to attain extended release profile of drugs, right. So, as it stick for a long time, it will slowly release the drug from the dosage form, which is going to the target site, absorption site, right. MDDS is used to localize a delivery device within the human to enhance the drug absorption in the site specific manner. So, these are the added advantage of mucoadhesive drug delivery system, that using this type of delivery system, you can have a targeted effect or site specific manner absorption of a drug candidate, right. So, mucoadhesive polymer can adhere to the mucosal epithelial surface at target site. So, I have told you that polymer plays an important role in making all these novel drug delivery systems, because the drug is all same, we are just changing the type of formulation, right. So, the type of formulation means that we are making the drug formulation from conventional to the modified one, right. So, the polymer is of important concern here, which is responsible for the drug modification in terms of release profile, dissolution profile and stability, right. So, here are some mucoadhesive drug delivery systems, like buccal drug delivery system. On the basis of mucosa present in variety of parts, so they have divided further. Muco means the mucus everywhere, the wherever it is present. So, the generalized term is mucoadhesive, whereas as per the area or the route through which we are delivering or administering our drug, it is further subdivided into variety of forms, like buccal delivery systems, sublingual delivery systems, vaginal delivery systems, rectal delivery systems, ocular delivery system, nasal, delivery system and gastrointestinal delivery system. These all are having mucous membrane, mucous layer, but why we are categorizing all these systems? As per the route of administration, we can have variety of factors affecting those particular route of administration. So, it is important to categorize all these subtypes as buccal route is oral buccal mucosa. So, also it is the epithelial surface and the mucin present, but it may affect the drug absorption differently. So, this is how we can have different variety of your delivery system under mucoadhesive drug delivery system. So, high molecular weight hydrophilic molecules, peptides, oligonucleotides, proteins, these are known as macromolecules, right. So, these can be those who are having poor absorption can be considered for mucoadhesive drug delivery system. Using this system, you can have very good absorption rate of those who are big in size like proteins and oligopeptides, and those who are having very poor absorption rate. Okay. Now, we will discuss the first, as we have talked that mucoadhesive, then we should know what is mucous membrane basically. So, mucosal membrane or mucus, what it consists of? The inner layer called mucosa covered with viscoelastic fluid. This is the basic introduction of mucosal membrane present in the body of humans. This fluid secreted by goblet cells and it composed of water and mucin. I am sure that you have also seen this thing in your anatomy part, but I will tell you the composition. Other components include protein, lipids and mucopolysaccharides, electrolytes. Like the thickness varies from 40 micrometer to 300 micrometer. To know these specification of mucous membrane, now it helps in designing the delivery system for a particular area. So, it is very important to understand the basic specification of the particular target area or mucous membrane, because it is a important factor here onto which the drug formulation is getting attached and affecting the release profile of the drug, right. So, the general composition here of the mucus is water, glycoprotein and lipids, right, glycoprotein and lipids, mineral salt, free proteins. These are the general composition in this percentage, that water is 95%, glycoproteins are 0.5 to 5% and mineral salts are 1%, free proteins are 0.5 to 1%. So, this is and the function of mucus is adhesion, barrier, lubrication, protective nature. So, these all about mucosal membrane. As you see, the general organization of the gastrointestinal tract. Gastrointestinal tract, I have told you the general layer composition here. You see the topmost layer is mucosa, whereas the second layer is submucosa and third layer is muscularis properia, and the last one, the bottom one is serosa or adventitia. So, these are the structural fixation of different type of layer within the mucous membrane and the skin and the GIT basically, and the topmost layer is mucosa onto which the preparation is getting attached or adhered. Now, why MDDS? Why it is chosen or it gives preference over the conventional one? We always talk about or we always compare these novel delivery system with the conventional dosage form. So, why it is preferable? Because it prolongs the residence time to the dosage at the site of absorption. MDDS provides a rapid absorption and good bioavailability due to its considerable surface area and high blood flow. Yes, as you see that it is directly attaching to the mucous membrane, or the dosage form is directly adhered to the mucous membrane, the blood flow or vascularity is very high and you will get the better absorption as compared to normal one. right, intimate contact of dosage form with the underlying absorption site, because the drug is getting attached to the mucous membrane, then the contact is very prominent here. Improve therapeutic performance of drug. Yes, definitely if drug is dosage form is getting attached to a target site for a long time, then it will give the better efficacy and therapeutic effect within the body. High drug loading capacity, as you are directly targeting the site of action, then you may expect the high drug loading in the dosage form and which is delivering to the target site. Control drug release, this preferably unidirectional release. Yes, of course, that unidirectional means one way, right. So, if you are adhering or the dosage form is attaching to the mucous membrane, then you can expect the drug is getting released into the system, not going back to the dosage form. This is unidirectional. So, these are some various factors for which we can say that the MDDS is preferable delivery system. Some advantages are also there, the targeting, localization of dosage form, we can directly deliver the dose drug at the target site, right. High drug flux can be expected using these type of delivery systems. Ease of administration and excellent accessibility. Ease of administration means you can administer drug dosage form onto the mucosal membrane without any painful therapy, right. Avoid of first pass metabolism, as drug is going through the mucous membrane, that it will pass the hepatic metabolism, it will not cross the metabolism, it will pass. So, drug damage or drug degradation will be least in this case. Although the enzymatic degradation may be seen during these mucoadhesive drug delivery system, because mucin is present in the mucosa, but the percentage of degradation is not that as it can seen in hepatic metabolism, right. Termination of therapy is possible if you are done, or you can have you can terminate the therapy at any point. Suitable for drugs with poor oral bioavailability, those drugs who have poor oral bioavailability. So, you can improve bioavailability using this or changing the conventional to this MDDS. Suitable for drugs with shorter half life, 2 to 8 hours. Drugs having shorter half life, you can use mucoadhesive drug delivery system and you can prolong the time of drug release, or you can control the drug release. It inhibits protease activity and reduces immunogenic response, thus selective use of protein and peptides can be achieved. So, this is all added advantages of mucoadhesive drug delivery system. Now, every method has pros and cons. We will talk about disadvantages, why having, although it is having so much of advantages, why it is not preferable or it is not coming into the market at so much level. If it is having so much advantages, then some disadvantages, like sometimes exerting too much pressure, too much force onto the dosage form may cause some sort of injury to the patient, right. If you are using buccal patch, then in buccal region, when you remove it, due to mucoadhesive polymer, it stick to the mucous membrane very prominently. Then if you take out that film during the termination of therapy, when you do not want to continue that therapy, you will feel that it is causing pain during the removal of your patch from the buccal cavity, right. Some patient may suffer unpleasant feeling, expensive therapy, overhydration often leads to slippery surfaces, and sometimes inadequate release can be seen using these type of preparations. Drug follows passive diffusion, it is mandatory mechanism, that drug dose follows passive diffusion, can be only administered through these route. Next, theory of mucoadhesion, how it is getting adhered to the mucous membrane, it is important. 4 theories are there: wetting theory, diffusion theory, absorption theory and electronic theory. So, basically if we talk about wetting theory, the polymer spreads and develop an intimate contact with the mucus layer, right. Wetting means the contact of water with the polymer, and it is spreading onto the mucus layer and making the adhesive film onto the mucus, and then delivering the component or active component from the formulation. Again, diffusion is like diffusion is physical entanglement of mucin strands with the flexible polymer chain. As you know, the polymer is made up of monomers, variety of monomer unit or thousands of monomer units, and the mucin which is present in mucus will form or entangled with the polymer units, subunits, and make a bond between polymer and the mucin. Mucin is present in mucus, then adhesion will occur. So, diffusion is like entanglement of mucin with the polymer chains. Absorption is adhesion takes place due to secondary forces like van der Waal and hydrogen bonding. Covalent bonding, as we can say, the weak forces which renders the polymer to adhere onto the mucous membrane are absorption theory. Electronic theory means the charge or attractive electrostatic forces will be responsible for this interaction between polymer as well as the mucin. Between glycoprotein of the polymer of the mucus and mucin network and bioadhesive polymer. So, all the three components based on their electrostatic charges they usually adhere to each other, and through after adhesion of the polymer onto the mucus, they will slowly release the drug. Now, what are the mechanism of drug transfer? As I have told you passive diffusion. In passive diffusion, two major subroutes are there, transcellular and paracellular. I hope you understand the concept of transcellular, that involves interchange of the cellular membrane with the polar and a lipid domain, right. Paracellular, transcellular is a intracellular within the cell, whereas paracellular is intercellular, cell to cell, right. Cell to cell transport is termed as paracellular. So, as you can see in the picture that this is diffusion layer, mucosal side, and this is mucosal membrane. Then your drug transcellular route is within the cell, the drug is passing out to the other site, and paracellular means this is the paracellular route, the area between the two cells or two or more cells. So, this is how we can achieve drug transport through transcellular and paracellular and mucoadhesive drug delivery system. Now, the important thing is how the polymer is getting adhered or attached to the mucosal membrane. So, two stages are there while entering to the body, mucoadhesive dosage form entering to the body and adhering to the mucous membrane, and finally releasing the drug candidate from the dosage form to the across the membrane or absorption site, right. So, generally two stages are there, contact stage and consolidation stage. So, contact stage, as name indicates, the contact making between the polymer, bioadhesive polymer we can say, or mucoadhesive polymer, and the mucin, right. So, the contact between the mucoadhesive and the mucous membrane occurs, causing spreading and swelling of the formulation, right. So, the contact between the mucoadhesive polymer and the mucous membrane occur, and the swelling will get started during the process, right. So, because the water is present inside and the mucosa, then the swelling will occur of the dosage form. Once it is swelled, the dosage form is swelled after moisture uptake, then it will slowly release the drug to the absorption site, and then it allows initiating its deep contact with mucus layer, right. Once the dosage form is swelled, then it will stick very strongly to the mucous membrane, and then the next stage followed by the next stage, that is consolidation stage. the mucoadhesive material are activated by the presence of moisture. Once it is swelled, the stage will get started. Moisture allows the mucoadhesive polymer to get fragmented and promotes linking through weak van der Waals and hydrogen bonding, right. So, this is how you can achieve the mucoadhesion using different sort of stages like contact stage and followed by consolidation stage. In contact stage, the preparation or contact between the mucoadhesive polymer and dosage form occur, whereas in consolidation it will deepened with making some cross linking between the mucosa membrane and the polymer dosage form. So, that the adhesion will be very strong in that case, and now it will start releasing its drug after consolidation stage only. So, as you see in the picture, you see the first stage, the drug and polymer dosage form you see, and the contact stage will occur after wetting of the dosage form while entering into the any sort of route of administration, any mucoadhesive route of administration, let it be buccal, let it be nasal, let it be rectal. So, any of route of administration will follow the same type of contact and consolidation mechanism, right. So, after wetting of the dosage form, swelling of polymer will appear. Swelling of polymer will occur because the polymer is playing the important role in bioadhesion. So, polymer swelling will occur, and in consolidation stage you see the interaction area of mucous membrane and the polymer membrane are interacting with each other, making some sort of cross linking bonds. So, this is how the mucoadhesion occurs in mucoadhesive drug delivery system for delivering drugs to the site of absorption. So, to reach systemic circulation, drug must overcome enzymatic barrier present on the mucosal surface, enzyme, mucin we say. So, although the percentage of drug degradation is low when we compare to oral dosage form in terms of tablets, in terms of capsules, or if we give directly raw form of drug to the through the oral route, then enzymatic action is higher than other routes, right, but it is still there, and which may affect the performance of drug candidate within the body. So, you see the for example, aminopeptidase, carboxypeptidase, esterase found in homogenates of human epithelial cell surface variety. These are the enzymes which we which we can say are present in the human epithelial surface, and when the drug is getting start to release, and it may degrade some part of the drug during the drug release, and it may degrade or it may change the form of active drug into the inactive form, right. So, these are the various parameters which through which we can say that it is also part, or it is also a factors to be considered while designing mucoadhesive drug delivery system. So, here you see the pathways to bypass. When you administer drug through mucosal delivery or mucosal membrane, you see that ocular delivery, ocular, because I have told you that ocular, nasal, pulmonary, rectal, buccal, all these utilizes mucosal membrane to deliver the drug into the body. So, in ocular delivery, nasal lacrimal drainage system is present, and in nose, nasal delivery, nasal epithelium is the barrier, pulmonary delivery, respiratory membrane is the. So, several mucosal membrane present in different type of routes, and it is representing the type of membrane present in the particular system. So, here in ocular, nasal lacrimal drainage system is present as a barrier, right. In nasal delivery, nasal epithelium is present, whereas in pulmonary delivery, respiratory membrane is present through which the drug is passing to the target site. Buccal, sublingual, gingival all utilizes the oral mucosa because it is a part of oral cavity. rectal delivery, rectal mucosa is there, vaginal delivery, vaginal mucosa is present. And GIT, gastrointestinal tract, it is a long tract which uses this mucosal membrane only to absorb the drug through the dosage form or formulation to the body, right. So, all these mucosa results in the passing the drug candidate to the systemic circulation, right. Systemic circulation, as you see, all these mucosa will absorb in the systemic circulation and will goes to the systemic circulation, and after that first pass metabolism will occur through liver and it will distribute to the target tissue. So, this, and after distribution in the target tissue only it will start to show the medicinal effect within the body. If you are taking anti-inflammatory, then anti-inflammatory effect will show after the distribution of drug only. So, this is how you say that it passes first pass metabolism, and if you take oral delivery, then GI absorption will occur and portal it will goes into the systemic circulation, and after this portal circulation first pass metabolism will occur, and then hepatic metabolism, liver for excretion and elimination and metabolism, basically the drug will goes to the liver for metabolism further, right. So, this is how you achieve these type of patterns through the mucosal membrane, and you see that mucoadhesive drug delivery system basically depends on the types and the nature of the mucous membrane present. Some patient adapt the system very well, and in disease condition the mucosal membrane condition also affected, right. The better penetration, the blood flow circulation are the factors associated with these type of delivery system. It also needs to be considered while designing the mucoadhesive drug delivery system. Otherwise, if you will not consider these associated factors, the inadequate or improper release can be attained during the delivery of drug profile, as well as the polymer you are using should be adhered well to the mucous membrane. All these parameters are very important in making mucoadhesive drug delivery system, and it is utilizing the mucosal membrane to deliver the drug. The site of absorption is very active, blood flow is very active, very good, and the vascularity around the mucosa is very good. So, these are the preferable we can say delivery system to increase the rate of absorption of drug, and as well as to modify the release of drug, conventional drug, or having drugs those who are having poor absorption rates. So, I hope you understand the basic fundamentals of these mucoadhesive delivery system. We will continue the further methods and preparations of the same in coming lectures, and thank you and stay safe.